So I've been on TikTok, and this one woman was talking about they got or they know someone who is in the military, and they were talking about a 10-day blackout, I guess. They were like, you should go ahead and save up for 10 days. I think that we have already begun the whole 10-day or just the stocking up. I think people have already started stocking up. And, I'm hoping you're one of those people. I still have stuff from the last scare, but I don't have any more water. So I think that it's advantageous to go out and get some, whatever. Some whatever out there. If you need food, go get some. I think you should go get some of whatever it is that you need. Stock up on it. I don't think it's a bad idea. And I'm probably going to go out and get some extra, whatever it is. I still have some canned goods. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a good idea to grab some whatever that you need out there. I don't know. Let's see if I can do this right. And I messed it up. But, yeah. So I just wanted to get on. I was still here. See if you guys want to talk to me. Just for a minute. Just want to see if you guys want to chat. I mean, it's okay if you don't. Sometimes I don't want to talk to myself. It's like that sometimes. Sometimes, but there ain't nothing wrong with getting a little extra food, stocking up and getting a little extra food out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know another thing I thought of? Okay, so I have a generator, right? And I was like, how many people in my neighborhood have a generator? I was just thinking about this. So if we had a 10-day blackout, no electricity, you know, of course we'd have to go to the flashlight game, you know, and other things like that. But what about your food? So I was like, I would have to bring my generator here, put it in the basement, and lock it down real good. I have to put some chains on it in the basement, run it from the basement through the dryer, through the dryer hole. So I'd have to have all the air funneling out through the dryer hole. So I'd have to rig that up real good, which is fine. It'd be noisy, but my generator is only an 8-hour generator. So that means I would have to have some gas around, you know what I'm saying? And I have to store that here, either here or down at the storage unit. But I'm like, my neighbors will probably be coming over here, and like, once they find out my refrigerator's still on, you know, and it's starting to get cold, they'd be like, yo, can we put our food in the refrigerator? And of course I'd say yes, as long as they gave me gas money. I'd be like, sure, but it don't run off of air. You'd have to, huge volcano erupts in Canary Islands. They're forcing to evacuate. You know, I didn't even know about that. Hey, what's going on? Damn, yeah, I didn't even know that. And then you got all those people who just poured in from Haiti. So it's about to be a real cluster out here. All those people coming in from Haiti, it's about to get real bad. It's about to get real bad. So, blessings, Tone. What's happening? Talk to us, bro. I'm trying to talk to y'all. I'm trying. Charlene Hill. Yeah, so, okay, so I was just really thinking about the whole generator game. And remember, I told you guys a year ago, go and get a generator. And I showed you videos of my generator. And then I was talking to you guys about what I think was going to happen and how the military was going to act and all this other stuff, you know. And some of you guys, I think, took me seriously. And I think a lot of you did not take me seriously. And that's fine. Because we all have to do what we have to do, you know. And I'm just some guy on the internet. You don't know me. However, I'm an old guy on the internet. And I make a lot of sense. I make a lot of common sense. And a lot of the natural disasters getting too frequent. Got canned food for days. Yeah. See there. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Now, I still have some of my canned goods from the last time we had a scare. And tomorrow, I'm going to get some more. And I was thinking today of what I wanted to get. Now, some people were talking about getting like canned chicken, beef jerky, you know, and stuff like that. I do already have some canned chicken. I have some canned string chicken. And I have a big can of it. And they were talking about the power is going to be for 10 days. But, you know, if they say 10 days, prepare for 20. So I was thinking, can I last for 20 days? Well, that generator is going to help me last for 20 days without being able to go shopping. However, like I said, I don't have an infinite amount of gas. So this means that I would have to go to the gas station and, get with it, get on my P's and Q's. And that looks like what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to buy a couple more gas cans. And like I said, I'm going to keep all of that stuff down in storage. I'm not going to keep it in my basement. This way nobody knows what I have. And I'm going to keep a lot of dry goods because I have some big refrigerators sitting in my storage unit that I'm usually selling. But right now they're just sitting there. So I have places to put stuff if it's wrapped up real tight because bugs like to get in there. So you got to wrap that stuff up real tight and keep it sprayed down because mold gets in there. So once a week I go down there and check my refrigerators, wipe them out, Clorox, all that other stuff. And especially when it gets really hot, mold grows in there super fast. One time I had to take a refrigerator and I had to power wash it because it was so moldy everywhere. So I had to really get with it and, But yeah, so canned goods. Yeah, me as a single person, I don't eat a lot, but I can eat a lot if I wanted to. So what's probably going to happen as far as what I'm thinking is I'm going to have to, get some canned goods, get some more bottled water. I think I'm going to grab a couple cases of that. And I'm going to grab some pork and beans. Yeah, I'm going to have to grab stuff like this. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, I don't want to get a weapon, but I might have to. Because I know a lot of my neighbors have weapons. I really don't want to get a gun. But I might have to. I might just go ahead and get it, just a shotgun. I don't want to though, but I might have to. Also, I was telling you guys, get yourself another source of transportation. That's not public transportation. That's not your car. Something doesn't need gas. I don't care if it's a big wheel. Be able to get around on something else. So, if some of you guys got something, if you have a bike, you're good. Get yourself a bike. I got a raggedy bike sitting downstairs, and I'm gonna roll with that because my trucks eat up a lot of gas, and if we can't get any gas, that's gonna be a problem. But yeah, it's hit hard, don't it? So yeah, you guys prepare yourself because I think we're about to go through another whatever this is, and I don't think it's going to last 10 days. I think it's going to be longer. But the world is not going back to the way it used to be. It's going to be I think we're always going to have anarchy. And I think that the powers that be have prepared for this. And the reason why I think that is because when we had those riots with the police and all that other stuff, what the police were doing is they were going out writing on their vehicles at the police. They were tearing up their own vehicles. They were starting stuff with people. They were agitating the crowd. They sent out agents of chaos to go ahead and damage some of these stores. Something else going on. There's another agenda going on, and I think we're seeing it. You know, we're listening to all these people who said stuff years ago, and it's coming to fruition. We're listening to the powers that be who were talking about things that were going to happen, and it was like, how did you know this was going to happen? And now it's happening. It's like, wait a minute. How did you know that this was going to happen? So we are in a just weird. Yeah, it's just weird. Yeah, it's just weird how they knew all this stuff was going to happen. Now it's happening to us. And nah, it's cool. Nah. Hey, you're listening to me, so I'm all about you. I'm all about you. You made a request, I don't mind that at all. I thought you guys could hear me just fine. But yeah, so I think if you haven't start preparing for not the end times, but if you don't have yourself some extra life support, if you don't have any extra life support right now, then you should go ahead and get some extra life support. You should get some extra first responder. That includes a whole bunch of stuff, but you are your first responder. You got to understand this. If everything falls down, everything falls down. The police aren't coming to help you. They're going to be overwhelmed. The ambulance, you're not going to see $500,000 of red come hauling ass down the street because you got a boo-boo. Nah, you fall and, bust your skull, you're not going to have, a whole squad come see about you. That's not what's going to happen because they're going to be worried about themselves. Okay? And then it's going to be a priority list. And if you don't think you're on that priority list, well, you better become your own first responder. If you haven't been exercising, get some exercise. If you haven't been exercising, you better start doing some push-ups. Don't sleep. You need your body. If you've been smoking and drinking and poisoning your body, you need to stop right now. Anything that's going to slow you down. You got to be healthier. You got to be healthier now than you were before all this started happening. Yeah, you got to be on that. Growing plants. I'm starting to eat honey every day. Yeah, you got to be healthier. Because the world's not going back to the way it used to be. This is where we're at now. And you don't necessarily need to go to the gym to do it. because of all this stuff that's going around. But if you can get down and bust a few, get your reflexes together, Big C, Big C, bam, bam, bam. You might, hey, Big CH, you might have to throw some Fifth Ward beans on somebody who's trying to come get your vittles. You might have to come from the Raptors like, get up off of them vittles. I'm just saying. Ladies, y'all might have to put your foot. Hey. You are your own first responder. Watch yourself. Watch what you're doing in your kitchen. Be careful. Stop being careless. You got careless people around you. Warn them. All this you got going on, brother, that was yesterday. That was before the world turned on its head. Carelessness, we're not doing. Throwing away money, we're not doing that anymore. Buying Fendi and all that other goofy stuff, Jordans and all that, Jordans are not going to help you. We're not doing that. You can Jordan out the door. Out that way. That way with the Jordans. Because Jordans aren't going to help you. You need a good pair of steel toes. You need a damn good pair of steel toes. You need some mud boots. You need a good pair of tennis shoes. Walking shoes. Something you can walk miles in. Miles on end. And then you need to go out and start walking a few miles. Just because. I'm not kidding. If you haven't been walking, and I'll be from here to the kitchen, if you haven't been outside walking around your block, you need to start doing it. Get yourself some headphones or whatever, zone out, start walking around your block. This will train your legs, it'll train your lungs, and it'll train your mind. That's what you need. This way, if everything does shut down and you gotta walk to the nearest wherever, and it's a 5-mile trek one way, your body's not gonna go into shock. You're not gonna be like, oh, I just can't do that. Because your body will resist. If you haven't been doing it, your body's not used to it, your body will be like, oh, we doing what? And it's up some hills? It's not happening. Get outside. Get those muscles now. Get those muscles to start. I'm warning you. I'm warning you now. All that sugar you've been eating, all that trans fat you've been gobbling down, cut it out. You better start rice and fish in it. Get some rice, get some fish, some green beans, some potatoes. All that extra money you've been spending on all that highfalutin food you don't need, you better stop. You better stop. Yeah. You need beans. You need rice. You can grow potatoes in your house. You can grow potatoes right in your house. I'm serious. You can grow a potato right in your house. That's what you need. You need stuff like that. Silly season is over with. It's finished. All this goofy stuff that's going on, and you paying attention to these stars and what they're doing and the gala, that stuff means absolutely nothing. I don't watch that garbage. I don't fill my head with that garbage because it means nothing. None of those people are going to come help you when you're getting swamped. When there's men at your door with ill intent, you can't call on the Kardashians. You can't. You can't. When there's people at your front door with ill intent, you can't call on Lil Nas X and all these goofy rappers. It's all a distraction. I'm telling you now, get down today, pray, and while you're down there, bust some push-ups. Some of y'all ain't did push-ups in a month of Sundays. You don't even know how many push-ups you can do. I've been doing sit-ups before I go to bed. Because I know I'm fat. But I've been trying to get that core every night, about 10, 20 of them. To the left, and I can't listen. I'm not nearly as strong as I used to be. But I can do those. I can get my butt up if I need to. I can bust about 10, 20 of these. I can still, bam, get up off my pancakes. You know what I mean? I have an electric plate, so I can still cook. As long as I can keep that generator on, I have an electric plate. I'm trying to tell y'all. Don't sleep. Some of y'all women, y'all gonna have to, all this y'all got. You know what, that's a serious question. That's a serious question. Because I think you're the one with the family, aren't you? You got the family, right? You got the husband and kids, right? Oh, I don't know if you left. I don't know what happened. It says 0. It says nobody's here. Yeah, you have a husband and 3 boys. That's right. How do you feel about a family and community plan to get through? Okay, so I have been on TikTok, and what's interesting is the TikTok community has they have the states all separated. 3 husbands and 3 boys. No, you have 1 husband, 3 boys, right? 3 husbands and 3 boys. Hey, if you got 3 husbands, that's on you. But hey, right now might not be the worst idea in the world. But so they divided the states. Yeah, they divided the states all up, and they're giving out each other's numbers so they can all stay in contact. The problem is, if there's an EMP that goes off, contact is going to be a lot harder because you're not going to have any cell phone towers. So as far as if I had a wife and 3 children, for one, I would tell my wife, and I'm not going to lie, I would tell my wife, listen, any issue that we have, any issue that we have, any outside issue that we have, we're done. We're finished. I'm not arguing with you. You're not arguing with me. We can discuss, but I'm not raising my voice at you. You're not raising my voice at me. And our children, we're not doing that to them. Look, anything that you look. Yeah. See, here's what I'm saying. I would tell her, We are all that we have. I don't care if you have a whole network of people that live right beside you. This household is all that we have. And I would make sure everybody in the house understands that. Now, if we get help, that's fine. But in this house, this is all we have. This is the beginning. This is the nuclear. We are our own first responders. And I would drive that home. I would drive that home. If we get help, thank you for the help. But we are all we have. This way, everybody is on the same wavelength. Everybody is considerate of another. Because when the water stops and the winter hits and the heat gets turned off, it's very easy to start to get upset with each other and get frustrated with each other. Good afternoon, Star. And to get upset with each other and to get frustrated, and then things start falling apart. Things don't need to come from the outside of the house to come into the house so the house can fall down. But everybody in the house can start, ganging up on each other and just not be on the same wavelength, and then boom. So that's the first thing I would do. And then I would start connecting with people who are just like-minded as I am. Also, I would count how much money that you have at hand, not how much money is in the bank. I would not count your 401k. I would not count your IRA. I would not count any money that is electronic. I would only count what is tangible. If you don't have some tangible dollars sitting around, you need to change that right now. And when I say right now, I mean don't go to bed tonight and think about what I said. I mean, you should go and withdraw some money right now today. I don't care if it's quarters, nickels, and dimes. You need to have something that you can trade. And money is not going anywhere. So you need to still have some money. As long as money has a value, you need to have some. But you need to have access to it. If the banks shut down, you have no access to your money. Because they can simply put a hold on all your accounts. You're thinking, oh, I can just use my Cash Apper. No, that's not what I'm saying. Listen, the federal government is already looking at all of your accounts. And we know that they're looking at your accounts because they're getting all these people for these PPP loans. Everybody who got an electronic check, stimulus check, guess what? The government has all your information to your account. And now they're looking at all of your Cash App accounts. Yeah. Those are not terrible movies to watch. But don't watch them for the entertainment. Watch them for the lesson that they're teaching you. You notice how a lot of those movies are sprang up out of nowhere? I'm watching one now on HBO. It's about aliens that came down, and I'm just like, no, there doesn't need to be aliens to come down for this world to fall apart. I always want to blame the aliens. I'm like, nah, there's not. I believe it can be avoided if we put our minds together with love and purpose and unity. Well, you go ahead and do that. You keep believing that. I'm going to believe what I see. I believe what I see, because what I see is there's not much love going around. Now, there is some unity going around. But you got to understand, there's still 48 million of us, black people. There's 240 million of them white people. And not to say that they're our enemy. And then, you have other numbers to consider. But the ruling class, the very few, the ruling class, they're not going to give us any breaks. They're going to hammer us. You know what I'm saying? They're going to take away everything they can just to get what they want. So you have 3 boys. You have 5 mouths to feed. How do we feed a family of 5 during a crisis? Well, You had the right idea. Plant food, especially food that's high in energy and that grows fast. That leads you right to potatoes. Uh, the world needs some love for sure. That's one reason I started my channel to share. Well, we need people like you. We need people who are focused on love because the world needs love. There's no doubt. We need people like you. I'm not one of those people who are focused on love. I'm one of those people who thinks, I'm looking at the worst case scenario. That's just the way I am, because I've been poor all my life. I've been homeless. I've been beat up on. I've been tossed in prison or in jail, not prison. Didn't even know why I was there. So I've been mistreated. I'm traumatized. And I know I have, some trauma, some depression. And this is why I don't go out much, because I know that I'm traumatized. Even from just my neighborhood and how they treat me, you know. Yeah, well, you have a lot of men who are very logical. It's a gift that we have. It's either the water is, it's either it, it's either dry or it's wet with us. It's either here or there with us. There's not a lot of, gray when it comes to us. We leave a lot of that to women. We leave a lot of the gray area to you. Not unless we're paid to think that way. Other than that, we don't. It's a waste of our time because we have so many other responsibilities. You know. This is why when you start asking your husband to start critical thinking on things that do not matter, he'll zone out on you. You can't tell me that he doesn't do it because I know he does. I know he does. Even though he loves you to death, you start asking him to start critical thinking about some stupid movie that he'll be like, because it in a wider scope of things, it doesn't matter. Now, if you ask him to start critical thinking about one of your children, he's all ears. He's gonna look at you. Joshua got into an argument with another boy, and he's gonna be like, well, what happened? Now he's gonna start critical thinking, like, because his mind went into battle mode. That's it and that's all. Did they, come to blows? Like, or are they gonna come to blows? Now how can I protect my family? That's automatic for us. But other than that, if you want us to conversate with you about Twilight, it's just not important. If he's not a fan of it, he doesn't really care. But he'll listen to you and he'll go, yeah, okay, fine. But let something critical go on within the household, then, it's a whole different animal. And don't, I know women can't help but to overanalyze things. But if you watch a lot of these Walking Deads and all these shows, you'll notice how they set the female up to be oversensitive and to have a logic that is so irritating. Because we need to go now. And the woman wants to stay and think about all these things right when the monsters are coming. Then she wants you to stay with her. Like, please don't be that person. If he says move, let's go. Babe, we need to go. Because he knows he has to protect you. And his, little ones. Go. Analyze it later. He's all, okay, what you got? Okay, yeah, you're right, this, that, and the third. But if you're good right now, we're in a safe place. Now you can hit me with all the analyzing you want. But you're safe. But don't be like these stupid shows, because people really do stuff like that. It's time to go. It's time to move. It's not time to politic. We have to move. Our safety is at stake, and you want to cry because don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be like that. If he says move, move. With a purpose. With a smile. Because you have something that a lot of women in America do not have. And that is a husband. And the value of your husband is going up on a minute-by-minute basis. The more stuff that's coming down the pipe, the more value your husband has. The more he has. When these women had to go out here during the pandemic, when they shut everything down, they didn't have a man to turn to and say, "Hey, go out and get the groceries." They didn't. A lot of these women who were fighting against marriage, they did not have a man to go out. And a lot of these single women are sitting at home, and they got their daughters and their sons, and their daughters and their sons ain't know enough to beat nobody's ass. My son, he 4, and then my daughter, she's 8, and we're good. We don't need no man. Okay, yeah. Ask them how they were feeling when they shut down the world. They were scared. You have a valuable asset, a man in your house. You don't even understand. Just that security. Just that security. This man's arm strength is 17 times yours. What are some of the most valuable resources you think we should acquire? 1, the more males that you have that are on your side, the better you are. And those are just facts. So if you can link up with another wife and, kids and husband, not a bad idea. And I don't care what color they are. If Sally from the Valley wants to team up with you, do it. If she's squared away, I don't care if she's blue. You team up with her. As long as they have their energy matches yours and their resources matches yours. But it doesn't have to be the same resource. If they got something that you're going to need, and you got something they know that they're going to need, then trade with them. Without a hassle. The smoother the transaction, the better. The more likely they're going to trade with you again. So that's the first thing you do. You got some friends, keep them. Some real friends. Once again, if you got a source of power, whether you have a generator or you know how to make electricity, it's another thing. Flashlights. Anything that works by solar. Anything that works by solar. An assortment of batteries from AAA all the way up to D batteries. Would not hurt to have just a stack of batteries, neatly stacked. Would not hurt to have some batteries. We already know food, but ramen noodles. Have yourself some ramen noodles. Bug spray. For roaches and stuff like that. Yeah. Because once they get into your stash, it's a wrap. So be able to keep the bugs away. Let's see. Communication. A two-way walkie-talkie. Not a bad idea. Not at all. If your husband has to go out, and or you have to go out, you got to leave the house. Say the husband is, I don't know what he's doing, but it's important. And you're like, I'm going to go out. It's not like there are, people out there attacking people. Yeah, yeah. But okay. Look, sweetie. Yeah, look. See, if I bring home a box, a crud ton of noodles, your first reaction should be, "This has no nutrition." Do you know how much I don't want to hear that? I don't, because I already know this, especially if I'm with you. I know this, and I know that you know this. This is not nutrition. This is not why we have it. We have it because it gives you immediate energy. We have it so we don't faint. We have it so if we got to take those 5 mile walks just to get to whatever resource we need to get to, we can eat this and it'll get us there. Now, you can go ahead and eat lettuce if you want to, but lettuce is not going to get you through a 5 mile track. The ramen noodles will get you there and back with room to spare. Yeah, that's cool. Let's come up with it. Okay. All right. That's cool. Yeah. But you gotta understand, I'm a very practical person. I'm going to get you from 1 mile to the other. Yeah, I'm down. I like your energy. Yeah, I'm going to get you from one place to another. Now, it may not taste good, but I'm going to get you there. You know what I'm saying? If I can get you some MREs, which are meals ready to eat, those military MREs, I get you some. Because if the machines shut down, if you can't jump in your 2021, whatever it is, honey, we're on foot. We are on foot. If the gas stations are empty, we're on foot. Yeah. Well, I'm telling you what you should do. I'm telling you right now what you should do. I'm telling you right now, get yourself some power. Or get yourself something that makes power. That's where you start. If your refrigerator goes off, what are you going to do? See, you got 5 people in the house. Your refrigerator goes off, what are you going to do? When all that meat starts to spoil, what are you going to do? All that chicken and beef and all the other stuff you got going on with all that, what are you going to do? If you can still get gas, you can fire up a generator. You can get gas, you can fire up a generator. That's practical. You can still pump some gas out of somewhere. You can fire up a generator. Those are just the facts. Here's another thing. If you have a couple vehicles, which you probably do, one for you, one for the husband, and there's no need for you to drive those vehicles. The store where you were getting food from is not far away. Say everything is pretty close to you, but no cars on the road. You can actually siphon the gas out of your vehicle. Put it right into your generator. Your generator holds 5 gallons. And some generators last for 12 hours. And they can run your... Listen, my generator has starting power of 400 watts. It has running power of 3,400 watts, which means I can run everything in my house off of one generator. Everything. For 8 hours. So that's where you start. You start with power. Because once things start falling down, that's when you start having problems. When you can't cool or heat something up anymore. If you have yourself an electric plate, that would be good too, because a good chance gas is going to get cut off. But let's just say that, you can't use electric or gas, and you can no longer go and get gas out the gas station. Now we're down to stuff like candles and matches. That's where we're at now. We're almost prehistoric, right? We're down to candles and matches. We're down to Bunsen burners. Huh? That's where we're at now. If we can't go to the gas station and we can't fire up a generator, what are we down to? We're down to candles, flashlights, Bunsen burners, good old barn fires. You can still make it happen, but that's where you're at. You don't know what a Bunsen burner is? Look one up. If you don't have a pack of candles laying around, go and get some. Get yourself a pack of lighters. Cost what? $5 for about 4 or 5 lighters? The Bic. That's all you need. You don't need them. Just one flick. Boom. Heat up some paper. Boom. Throw that into a pile. More paper. Boom. You got some wood. Bam. We got fire. Now we can cook. Now we can stay warm. Might have to sleep outside in a bag. In a sleeping bag. That's another thing. A sleeping bag. Not a bad idea to have a sleeping bag. You might have to travel somewhere on foot for days. Not a bad idea to have one. A good old sleeping bag will get you far. Another thing, a map. If Google is no longer working, you need to know where you're at. Outside of the area that you usually roam. A good old map, one of those things you can go down to a gas station and find. I don't even know if they still have them. But if you find yourself a map and look at the grid on the map, it's a good thing to find. That way you know where all the rivers are, all the little lakes and streams, and you know how long it's going to take you to walk to one and back. It's just a good idea. A bow and arrow. If you don't know how to make a bow and arrow, you should look one up. I'm not telling you to go and buy a compound bow. A fishing rod. You can either make a fishing rod or go buy one. Me, I'd probably make one. Bow and arrow, I'd probably make my own bow and arrow. I've done it before. It worked just fine. It's going to be as good as stuff that you're going to buy. But nonetheless, I can make a bow and arrow. I've made one before. And yeah, I used to go hunting rabbits and squirrels back when I was 10, 11 years old. Chasing them down like an Indian. Yeah. So, a bow and arrow is not a bad thing to have. Yeah, these are things that don't cost a lot of money. That's why I'm telling you, don't go out and get the best bow and arrow in the world. Cost you, $5,000. If you're gonna buy a bow and arrow, Just buy one that costs them, 40, $50. Learn how to use it. Teach your children how to use it. Trust me, when my stepdad taught me how to use a bow and arrow, I never forgot it. It's 40-something years ago. I never forgot how to use it. And like I said, it wouldn't hurt to have a fishing rod. It just would not hurt. So if you need to go fish, it's time to go fish. Easy to do. You need to make a video showing how to make things, bro. I grew up in Pittsburgh. And we used to hunt in the city. We used to hunt in the hood. There's still squirrels, pheasants. We used to eat them. We'd pick a pheasant off, pick off a squirrel in a minute, turtles, crayfish, in a heartbeat. We'd pick those animals off in a heartbeat and was grubbing. Make soup out of them. I'm trying to tell you, we had a whole freezer full of them because we were poor and we ran out of food stamps. Yeah, we run out of food stamps all the time. So we were like, screw this. We look at all them animals running around and be like, oh no, we coming to get y'all. We'd track down a rabbit in a minute. When I say chase it, we would chase a rabbit. We would try to outthink the rabbit. Yeah. I wouldn't even buy stuff. Like, I'm not a Christmassy dude because I don't have a family or nothing. But I still wouldn't even, I wouldn't even, I'm telling you, I would only buy what I need. Only buy the stuff that you need. And keep some money on hand. I keep telling y'all this. See, CH, you probably, looking at your situation, you guys might have, a couple grand floating around, just doing whatever, invested somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's just sitting there growing, whatever. Go get that money. Go get it. Put it in the house. Get yourself a safe. Nail it down in the basement. Get yourself a good-ass safe. Take that safe, nail it down in the basement. Basically, you know how to survive from the land. Yeah, pretty much. That's great. I am so grateful for my children, too. Grew up on veggies and had animals. Yeah. Now, it would be... I'm out for now. Bless. Yeah. Get yourself a safe. Nail it down. Like, drill it down into the basement. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Yeah. Throw about $2-3 grand up in there. Just do it. Just do it. Be like, you know what? Yeah. Girl, I have no idea where you live. I have no idea what you live. But I would politic with the hubby. I would politic with him. If he thinks like I do, oh yeah. Yeah, I would politic. I would politic in a heartbeat with him. Yeah. But yeah, get a good safe. Nail it down. Yeah. If someone wants it, they're going to have to fight to get it. House has a channel. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. You know, I'll stop by. But there's just some practical things you can learn how to do. I'll politic with the husband in a minute. Come up with a good, solid plan. Yeah, get yourself some miles, people. Go out there and start walking. Y'all don't believe. See, y'all ain't going to do it. Y'all ain't going to do what I'm telling you, but when the fits hits the shan, Y'all gonna be like, Tone said this. And now look at where we're at. I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you stuff. I'm telling you for a reason. I'm not telling you just to be talking. I don't make money off of YouTube like that. If I'm talking to you for an hour, I'm not making any money off of this. I'm telling you this because you need to hear it. You need to be logical. You need to be logical. A lot of y'all are still focused on the wrong thing. God is going to stick it to you if you don't start listening. He will. He's going to put you in a bad situation. Get on down there, stretch. Stretch. Just take your time. Stretch, touch your toes. A little back bend. Stretch out your thighs. Stretch. Drink some water. Y'all better listen. Old Tone knows. Old Tone knows. Y'all better stretch, boy. Get some water in there. Yeah, start walking around your block. Go out walking today. It's overcast out here. Go out and walk. Go out and get yourself a little half mile in there. Walk in the grass if you can. Not somebody else's grass, though. Yeah, let your feet feel that pavement. Just get your walk on. It ain't got to be all, just walk. Just nice and easy. You know, nice and casual. Just walk. And then, you know, it's going to feel good to you. It's going to feel good. Maybe go out 2 days later, do the same thing. Just take a nice long walk. Just a long walk. No pressure, no nothing. You're not in a race. You're not trying to impress anybody. You don't care who's looking at you. Just go for a nice long walk. Just a nice long walk. And then about 2 or 3 days later, do the same thing. This will start building up your threshold. It'll get your slow twitch muscles into the rhythm of walking. This way, if everything shuts down, it just won't be a shock to your body to just get out there. Okay, well, it's about 2 miles, 3 miles. So that's about a 6-mile trek. I got it. And it'll be nothing. You'll be like, oh, this is nothing. It'll be nothing. Because trust me, if you're walking, you're doing a lot of walking and your back starts hurting, you're not carrying anything. Trust me. Start doing that stuff. It's your boy Tone. I'm going to go. Peace.